Coming up after the break, an NFL offseason that has already seen more than its fair share of big-name moves saw the biggest name yet change teams yesterday. I'll catch you up on all the movement that could impact next season in today's Sports Update. Welcome back, I'm James Farrar, and this is today's Sports Update. The NFL new league year, when teams and players are actually allowed to sign contracts or complete trades, doesn't officially start until 4 p.m. Eastern today, but already it's been one of the craziest off seasons the NFL has ever seen. Between March 11th and 13th, known as the legal tampering period, where contracts and trades can be discussed and agreed to, just not signed, we've already seen lots of moves that could have huge impacts next season. The yearly QB carousel saw Case Keenum replace the injured Alex Smith in Washington after he was replaced by Joe Flacco in Denver, who lost his job last season to rookie Lamar Jackson. And the two-year question of where Nick Foles will go was answered as the beloved backup in Philly becomes the new leading man in Jacksonville. Then there's the Oakland Raiders, who were 4-12 last season, and as of right now, don't technically have a place to play next year while they wait for their new home in Las Vegas to open in 2020. But that didn't stop them from going crazy. First, they agreed to acquire mercurial wideout Antonio Brown from Pittsburgh and immediately added $30 million in guaranteed money to his contract. Then they made former Patriots left tackle Trent Brown the highest paid offensive lineman in NFL history, and they're expected to sign safety LaMarcus Joyner, who just helped the LA Rams reach the Super Bowl. That's already enough to make this one of the craziest off seasons ever, but yesterday a move bigger than any of those occurred when it was reported that arguably the most talented wide receiver in the game, Odell Beckham Jr., still only 26 years old and 1 year removed from getting a mega deal that made him the highest paid receiver in the league, is being traded from the rebuilding New York Giants to the suddenly contending Cleveland Browns. For the 17th and 95th overall picks in this year's draft, along with the 2017 first-round pick, safety and return specialist Jabril Peppers. The move reunites Beckham with his close friend and LSU teammate Jarvis Landry to form what should instantly be the top receiving duo in the league. That pair, combined with 22-year-old receiver Antonio Callaway, 22-year-old tight end David Njoku, 23-year-old running back Nick Chubb, and the #1 overall pick in last year's draft and Rookie of the Year runner-up, 23-year-old quarterback Baker Mayfield, and you have the type of young, scary offense that's going to cause every defensive coordinator they face to lose sleep for the next decade. Oh, and I still haven't even mentioned the name Le'Veon Bell or said a single word about the draft yet, which means the offseason that has yet to begin is still far from over. That's it for today's Sports Update. Now back to Danny and Sarah at the news desk.